Well, hello on this very special Bank Holiday Monday motivation. Now, usually I do these live through my Facebook page at 7 a.m, but today, as it's Bank Holiday, I thought I would just post an evening video that you could come back and watch at your own leisure. So, the subject of today's Monday motivation, special Bank Holiday edition, is around taking action, deciding and focus. So taking action, deciding and focus. So the order that I would suggest that those go in are, first of all, deciding whether it's a decision to do something differently, to make a difference. It could be that you are looking at something in your career. It could be that you're looking, even if you're looking to purchase a pair of shoes, or or you're maybe looking at your health and well-being. The first thing to come is to make a decision. Have you ever noticed that feeling of when you're in no man's land? You might say yes, you might say no, but you're not sure, and you're in that sticky sludge. Well, the best reason to make a decision is to get you out of that sludge, and most people guilt themselves into deciding not to do something or deciding a no, and actually deciding a yes or a no is just as good. So first thing is to grab a piece of paper if you've got one near you and think about a decision that you want to or need to make, probably in the next week or so. So think about that. I'll give you another example of how we can apply this too. So what decision do you need to make in the next week or so? And then the next thing is, now you've decided, is taking action. Now, sometimes people literally bite off more than they can chew, and they decide they're going to take action and they decide they're going to do a thing, but they try to do all of it all in one gulp and in one bite, and that's just too much. So once you decide to take action, a bit like this beautiful surrounding I'm in, I'm just going to kind of show you where I am. This is up in Staffordshire, in Stoke. It's a gorgeous day, so I came out with my camera and decided to sit right here and shoot this video for you. So if I'm squinting, it's because I'm outside and I'm in the sun. So once you've made that decision on the thing that you want to do, when you take action, as I was walking just a few moments ago, there were some gorgeous kind of steps, and it was quite high, quite steep. There's no way I would have got from the bottom to the top if I just tried to stretch and do it all in one leap. That's what steps are for. Just putting one foot in front of the other, one thing step by step, taking a little piece at a time. And again, we guilt ourselves into the size of action that we're taking, and that is nobody's business but ours. So step by step, bit by bit, little by little, do whatever it takes. Even if you can only dedicate a small amount of time per day to do it, do whatever it takes. So I talked about making the decision, taking the action, and the next piece is the focus. In this very busy lifestyle that we lead, especially over here in the West, we often do get distracted. We have lots of things to take our focus, whether they're people, whether they're electronics, whether they're our busy lives, whether we are time poor. So quite often the reason why we don't sort of get motivated to do the thing that we want to do is that our focus goes. So 3 ways, just decide, take action, even if it's like 5 minutes a day, every day until it's done, and focus. Anytime you find yourself being distracted, focus back on the matter in hand. Now, those distractions can come in the way of, playing games on your iPhone, playing around with apps, checking emails really frequently, seeing what other people are doing on social media, putting everything first before the thing that you really want to do or achieve in your life. So you're at the back of the pile, and by the time it gets around to just taking that little bit of action, you're too tired, too stressed, or something else. So here's another way that you can apply this whole decision, action and focus piece. And if you think about it, today we're in the kind of the closing days of August. How many of you have plans for September? Whether you're, a business, whether you are an employee, you might be looking at the last quarter of your world and of your life. So what are you putting in place? If you want to share with us, by all means, you can pop a comment below. If you are an aspiring or an ambitious person that wants to live the life, the wildest life beyond your dreams, which I totally believe you can do, you might want to join in on the Visibility Vibes secret Facebook group. And in this group, you can share things, you can ask questions, you get videos. Every Wednesday there's a Q&A Wednesday video, and on a Friday there's another video, depending on what you've been sort of like looking at or asking me during the week. So if this is something that appeals to you, just go to facebook.com/groups, be seen, be heard, get visible. And this is how you can truly stand out in your life, whether professional or personal. And I have to say, there's a really juicy group of people in there. We're nearly at 300. We've just gone past the 260 mark, I think it is. And I'd really love to see 300 of you juicy people in there. I'm always blown away by how privileged I feel when I see the sorts of people that are attracted to that group. So do come and join us. So as we look into September, you might be the sort of person that says, I don't make plans, or I've got this really big project coming up, or this thing to do in September, so I'm just going to leave it. Well, rather than kind of saying, I can't do this because, just maybe look at how you can. Rather than I can't do this because, ask yourself, how can I? And, Rome wasn't built in a day. Think of one thing that you want to achieve or do in September, and it's quite funny how many people say, I want to go and get a new job, or I want a promotion, or I want to make loads of money in my business, or I want to make something or do something. What about things like get more sleep, look after my health, look after myself, look after my kids, make changes in my lifestyle, have a look at where I want to live next year? Maybe I want to go on holiday, what I want to do differently. Things like that are just as important as going for quote unquote the big things. So this Monday has been all about deciding, taking action and focusing. If you can just do those three things throughout September, you'll notice a marked difference in the things that you're trying to achieve. So this has been a Monday motivation message because it hasn't been live, but I want to thank you for those of you that do show up at 7 o'clock bright and early on a Monday, and also then proceed to watch throughout the rest of the day. I want to just say a huge thank you to you for doing that, and I look forward to seeing you in or out of the Facebook groups, online or offline, at some time in the not too distant future. Have a fantastic Monday, have a fantastic week, and have a great start to your September. Bye for now.